Hey, my YouTube friends. I just thought that I would pop in and do a quick little video to let you know where I've been lately and what's been going on. The last time that I did a video was in October. It was October 14th, and I brought my husband home from the hospital that day, and it was actually our 27th wedding anniversary that day. He had been battling cancer for 8 years, and he was a real fighter, just doing an amazing job hanging in there. But he got really sick the last part of September. And I brought him home from the hospital. He only lived 2 more weeks, and he died Halloween night, October 31st. I did do a community post the first part of November to let everybody know, but I know that a lot of people don't see community posts. Some people did, and I read the many sweet comments. I do appreciate those, and I had several messages on Instagram, and I really do appreciate everybody taking the time to do that. It has been a struggle since he passed away, so I have not been able to do any YouTube videos. Life is very different now, and it's very hard. I did not know what I was gonna do about YouTube because I had all these great plans for the holidays, and I had all these plans about working on my house. If you've been here before, you know that that was the whole purpose of my YouTube channel, was for my husband and I to work on our house and try to get it back in shape after we've neglected it for so long since he's been sick. But quite honestly, after he passed away, I just didn't care about the house. I'm just adjusting to a lot right now, and things are very different. And of course, my finances are very different. My living situation is very different. So I haven't been in a real great place. But my daughter and I, we're doing okay. She is graduating high school this year, and I'm really proud of her. She has handled things like a champ, and my husband was trying so hard to make it to her graduation, but he was so sick when we left the hospital, and he was so weak, and he had lost so much weight, and I ended up having to put him on hospice right there at the end, and he only made it about maybe 9 days after I put him on hospice. 9 or 10, I don't remember. It all seemed to run together. And then after he passed away, the holidays were upon me, and I really don't even remember the month of November. I think I laid around and cried the whole month of November. I do have a part-time job, so I went back to work a little bit in December. I don't really know how we got through Christmas. I don't remember a lot of Christmas. And then in January, I just decided I was gonna have to push myself to make myself get up and go. And so I am still working at my part-time job, and my daughter is finishing school, and we're just adjusting to this new life that we have, which is very different. I feel kind of like I'm living somebody else's life, or it's like I've been given this new life that I didn't ask for, but I have to figure out how to make it work. So I've got to figure out how to make it work, and that's the bottom line. So I just wanted to get on here and say hello to everybody and let you know what was going on. And then I do have one little thing I'm going to share. I have found myself since he's been gone not knowing what to cook because he was a big eater before he got so sick. And I always have leftovers if I cook. And so I am going to show you before I end this video this just a little leftover idea, and it's probably something you already do, but it's a good idea, so in case you don't, maybe you'll get something out of it. But I do appreciate you popping in and clicking on my video, and if you will, hit the like button for me because I'm sure YouTube and the algorithm have forgotten me, so that would help me out a lot if you would hit the like button. And I'm going to take you to my messy kitchen, and I do have an electrical problem in my house, so it's kind of dark in my house right now, and I'll talk about that in another video. But I will take you to my messy kitchen and let you see what I'm talking about with my leftovers. I watch so many YouTubers who have trouble trying to figure out how to prepare meals for big families, and now here I am trying to figure out how to prepare meals for just myself or myself and my daughter, because we just don't go through as much food now that Randy's not here anymore. So that has been quite a challenge because we have found ourselves wasting a lot of food, and I hate to do that, but it's weird whenever you're trying to learn how to cook just for one or two people. So when I have leftovers, I try to figure out something to do with them. So I'm just using my leftover taco meat, and that was just regular ground beef with taco seasoning. And then I'm using regular cheese, but you can use any cheese you want. And I'm using crescent rolls in the can. And I preheated my oven to 375. And I'm going to cook these for about 10 minutes once I get them put together. You'll notice a few places in the video where I purposely took the sound out because I sped up the video. When you usually pull it out, they're in triangles, but I'll leave two triangles together. So I'm just going to kind of keep that little perforated edge they had right there, and I'm going to leave it into a long rectangle. And I'm going to do the same with this one. It's just going to stay in the long rectangle. Now you can use a rolling pin. I have a small rolling pin, but I don't really always use it. I just use my fingers. So just make sure you wash your hands and you can use your fingers. So then I add my cheese. Like I said, you can use any cheese. This is just the cheap little singles, but you can use any cheese you want to. And I guess you can put as much cheese as you want. You just have to make sure you don't put so much that it oozes out of the crust whenever you're baking it. You really don't need a whole lot of taco meat. I just put one big spoonful on there. You're gonna roll it over anyway. And I don't want to overfill it, because then if you overfill it, it's all gonna bust out when it's cooking. So I put my taco meat on my cheese and I roll it up, and that's really it, y'all. It's so easy, but it's a good way to keep from wasting food. So I roll it to this point, and once I roll it over good, I cut this little edge off. I hope you can see that. I cut this little edge off, and you don't have to do that, but I do it because sometimes I use it for the edges, because you don't want the taco meat to come out. So I kind of squish the edges together, and I put a little bit more meat in this one than I normally do. So I'm gonna put that on the end so that I can press the end of it together where the meat is not coming out, because I want a little bit of crust on each side. So it just makes a little pocket. I know, y'all, it's so easy and unprofessional, but it's just a good idea. So I'm gonna lightly spray my cookie sheet with Pam and put each one of these on there. And I'm gonna let it bake at 375 for about 10 minutes or until they're golden brown. I know all ovens are different, but they should be a pretty golden brown, just like when you do regular crescent rolls. That's all you want, is for it to swell and brown like normal crescent rolls do. And that's it. So this is how they look after I pulled them out of the oven. And I ended up cooking these for 13 minutes, not just 10. After 10 minutes, I did check them because I wasn't sure how they would look, but I decided to put them in there for about 3 more minutes. So I did cook these for 13 minutes in total. So I did 2 cans of crescent rolls and I did 8 taco pockets. They turned out great. So thank you for watching. If you got this far, I would really appreciate it if you would hit the like button because the algorithm has forgotten me. That would help me out a lot, and hopefully I'll be back. And Savannah, if you're watching, this one was for you.